Hello, I'm in Thailand, on the island of Koh Phangan, which is in the southeast of Thailand, and I wanted to share some considerations about the um, environment and the life and living in Thailand. And I will be a bit more specific about Koh Phangan, but I will also talk about other places. So many people come to Thailand for a detox or for eating fruits and enjoying a beautiful nature, and that is possible. But there are many points to consider that are also important. I don't think Thailand is the perfect environment in general to detox or to live in a very clean environment, because usually, at least in my experience, it is not that clean. First of all, a big topic is about materials that are used and are very widespread all around Thailand. One of these materials, which is pretty bad, is the asbestos, and the vast majority of the roofs in Thailand, these roofs are made with a mixture of cement, and inside they have asbestos, which is a very bad material for you. And so someone says that if you leave it over there, it will not harm you at all. But anyways, it is there, and it is in the, I would say, 98% of the constructions in places, even in modern towns like Bangkok. There's a lot of asbestos, especially if you go out of town, in the countryside, and also on the island of Koh Phangan, for example, where I'm in right now. If you see this piece of roof here, this is asbestos. So if you are into detox and everything, you don't want that for sure. Another point to consider is the quality of the air, and I can tell that very often you will find people burning anything. They burn stuff. They like to burn. They don't have a culture about recycling, about putting this type of material here and this other type of material there, and they probably don't have a very efficient department for getting rid of certain materials, so they just burn stuff all the time. And on the island here in Koh Phangan, I would say I see every day 7 or 8 or 10 or so fires here and there popping up, and I am very close to those fires for 2 or 3 times per day. So the air I'm breathing, even right now, has a bad smell, and together with the smell, I don't know what I am breathing. So that's pretty bad to me. I don't like it. I mean, you come to Thailand, you travel for 10,000 or more kilometers, and you end up in a beautiful place like this one, because it is beautiful actually, but the air is so bad, and this is because of a lack of culture in terms of air quality and environmental pollution. So together with the fires that they create, they burn anything from asbestos again to plastic and other materials that I don't want to know, but they burn constantly. So the countryside versus the city, I already talked about it, and Bangkok is a super polluted city. I would not live in Bangkok even for just a week. I would not do that. And again, all the bad materials are there together with the pollution coming from the traffic. But for sure, if you are into detox, you will not like to go to Bangkok, so I will not talk about it furthermore. But I will say that the same problems that you find in the countryside, you will find it in the cities, more or less. And it's always related to a lack of culture of Thai people. So, food quality. This is a topic that you are probably interested into if you are dealing with detox or some sort of particular food program. You may be interested into eating raw, for example, a raw vegan diet, and it is possible, definitely possible in Thailand. And if you are willing to take a scooter or a car and drive around a little bit, you will even find good prices for fruits and vegetables, not on the islands because they're more touristic, and usually they don't grow fruits. For example, they don't grow fruits in Copenhagen. I don't know why, but maybe it's because of the soil. It's not good for that. They have papayas and bananas and sometimes pineapple from the island, and they're usually organic because they don't need much work. But for example, the coconuts from the island, we were talking to a couple yesterday who have been living here for some time, and they told us that they put a venom for insects or other animals in the trunk of the coconut trees, and you can see that every coconut tree has a hole with a number on top of it. And so the coconut that you will drink and eat will maybe contain parts of those venoms, and you may think that you are actually detoxing, but you're getting maybe also those substances that you don't want at all. And together with the fruits and the prices, they're not good on the island. And even for example, for a juice, I paid the equivalent of $5.4 this morning for a juice. Probably a third of a liter, more or less. So it's quite a lot of money. And that's because we're on the island. If you go inland, it's cheaper, but you don't get a juice. People don't even know what a juicer is, probably. But you can save quite a lot of money on the fruits. And on the vegetables, I wouldn't be so sure about that because they use anything. They don't care about health. They don't know, probably. They don't know that if they put stuff on their vegetables, pesticides and other chemicals, those chemicals will end up in their plate. They probably don't know this. It's a problem of a lack of culture. Thai people are very friendly, very nice people. They work a lot. They want you to feel good in their country. They're always smiling, like they say. That's true. But unfortunately, the vast majority of the Thai people have a very, very poor culture. So I guess they don't know. They don't know that they shouldn't burn stuff every day all around, and they shouldn't spray and put chemicals on top of their produce. Organic produce is not easy to find, especially on the island here, but I guess it may be easier if you go to a bigger town like Chiang Mai or Bangkok, for example. And there's one more thing about bigger towns. You will find very good deals if you look around you in a town. and not usually not on the island because uh, there's more traffic, there's more people going around all the times, so there are more opportunities to find very very cheap fruits, like for example 20 bananas for 10 cents or 20 cents. It's possible you will find it, or maybe a bunch of mangoes that are a bit overripe, maybe 30 mangoes. I paid $1 for 30 mangoes, but they were not very good. Uh, one more thing is that a large part of the population is poor, quite poor, I would say. So they, especially on the island, they live on the tourism, and they want you to feel good and they want you to come back. Maybe if they have a restaurant, for example, so they will do anything they can in order to make you come back. So they use a lot of chemicals in their food. Maybe the most famous one is the MSG. It's a kind of a salt. They put it everywhere, so the dish will, the food will taste more. It will have more taste, but that's a quite bad chemical as far as I know. So you don't want that if you're looking for a detox opportunity. But they don't want to harm you. It's just they don't know. They don't know. It's very hard, for example, to find a Thai restaurant where you can have a vegan plate of something. For example, a rice with vegetables. They will put eggs inside. They will put MSG. They will put oyster sauce, which is from fish, of course. So if you want simple rice with vegetables, you also have to ask no MSG, no egg, no oyster sauce, and I always forget something and I end up with something that I don't want to eat. But anyways, they do it for you because for them that's good. So they're actually taking care of you in their way, but you probably don't want it. What else? The streets are pretty dangerous because um, Thai people drive pretty fast usually, uh, very fast actually. So you want to pay very very particular attention when you're on the street, whether you're driving or not. And if you are coming from a country where the driving happens on the right, it will be even harder for you because here people drive on the left side of the road. So pay a very very high attention to when you're on the road anywhere. Um, about detox and relaxation, one more problem may be that as long as there are some Thai people around, you will hear a lot of noises because they work a lot. Like I said, they have to work a lot because they usually have a poor culture, and their job is just enough probably to get them to the end of the day or something like that. So they are constantly working, and they make noises, and they use any types of tools, even old engines. So they usually the environment is noisy. I'm pretty lucky now that there's no noises around. Maybe it's because it's started to rain, but you will not be able to relax properly if you're looking for a place uh, mm, with no noise, no noises at all. So they usually build stuff, and they work long hours, even night shifts. So if you're close to a construction site, you will hear noises at night or early in the morning. You will hear people cutting trees, lots of noises, even in the jungle. So the problem again is not Thailand itself. Of course, the environment, the nature is amazing. Really, you can tell, beautiful place. The problem is with the culture of the Thai people and their economy, and the way the country works. In terms of material, I find they have an absurd amount of plastic everywhere. They will give you 3 bags of plastic for a mango. Of course, I'm exaggerating now, but they will give you plastic for anything. So if you can, just bring your own glass or straw or bag or whatever you need to carry your food, because they will exaggerate on plastic. Together with the restaurants and the food comes the topic of hygiene. And Thai people, probably for again a lack of culture, are not much into hygienic habits. So you will find them eating, sitting on the ground, in the middle of a lot of dirt and other animals. They don't care. So if you can, just take a look at the back of the restaurant when you want to eat, or maybe the fruit stall, or maybe the place where you buy your produce, because you may discover that the place is very dirty, and it's just a different level of dirt. For them, that's not dirty, but for a Western person, that may be very dirty. So you may be surprised from that. So you may want to consider this. And again, it's not that every person in Thailand is that way, and it's not that Thai people are dirty. It's just a different feeling about what hygiene is. It's just a different culture, or maybe a lack of culture. So finally, I want to say again that Thailand is a beautiful country. The nature here is amazing. The jungle and the sea, and everywhere you look is probably very full of green plants, trees, rocks. Beautiful environment. Thai people, again, very nice people, very friendly, warming. But in terms of culture, I believe they have a huge hole. And what I feel like, and I shared this thought with many other people coming from a Western country, and they agree on this. We feel like they are in a beautiful environment, but they are not aware of how beautiful it is and how important it is to preserve it. So I would say, if you really want to detox and relax, pay a very high attention to where in Thailand you're going to, and to all the topics that I talk about in this video, so that you will not have bad surprises when you will be here, and you will be able to have your detox or relax or healing holiday as you want it. Have a good time.